Good morning, everyone. Today I'm gonna make espresso, and I'm gonna try to talk a little more and maybe just talk you guys through my espresso workflow. Yeah. So, as always, I'm aiming for 18 grams in. And as always, once I start talking, I cannot think at the same time, and so I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. Alright, there we go. 18 grams. I'm not too picky with hitting the 18, sometimes 18.1, like we have it here. One of the reasons why I'm not too picky is because this scale is not very accurate or precise, a bit of both. Sometimes I'll put 18, I'll shake it, I'll put it back on, and then it's 17.9. So as long as I'm within 0.1, I'm happy. I then spray my beans. I think that's called RDT. It's like Ross droplet technique or something. Here, I'll grind the beans and then I'll explain why. I don't know if you guys can hear me over the sound of the beans grinding, but it should be pretty quick. You guys have probably noticed that every time I use the niche or grind my beans, I knock the cup a few times, or I might open the lid and push the beans down. Oh, here. Let me finish my thought. I open the lid and push the beans down because I spray them with water, sometimes they stick. So I just gotta shove them back down. And then the reason I knock it is just because there's a little bit of static, so a little bit of static. So I just want to make sure it all falls down. And then you guys may have noticed I now, due to comments, turn my machine on 15-20 minutes before actually making the espresso. Have I noticed the real difference? I don't know, but I think it helps with just having a more constant and flat temperature, so I'm gonna say it helps. And then I put the portafilter in at the start to heat it a bit, and when I do that, I try to avoid putting this cup directly in it because it causes, I guess the temperature difference causes a rapid change in temperature in the cup, and then it gets stuck because it contracts or expands. I'm not really sure which one's doing what, but it gets stuck, and then I basically have to rip it out, which is very annoying, and it causes a mess. Alright, what was I saying earlier? I think I was talking about the RDT. I do the RDT to reduce static electricity. Then I grind my beans, whatever. Then I was just distributing my beans with this Normcore WDT thing. And I like using a funnel to prevent a mess. I then remove the funnel. I kind of make sure there's no grounds that are kind of overflowing. I tamp it down like you guys just saw me do. And then I always like to just wipe it down a bit because some of the grounds stay stuck. And then, the lighting's not great right now. Ooh, maybe if I focus. And then that gives me this, as you guys know. because I've been making way too many of these videos. And then put that in there. I'll move this guy out of the way. I've basically already got my beans dialed in. So hopefully this works. So I'm going to use my smaller cup. I'm still going to weigh it because I think this is only my third or maybe fourth time making espresso with these beans. So I want to make sure that I've actually got it properly dialed in. So let's see what that gives. As always, I'm aiming for 25 to 30 seconds. I usually lean towards the 25 seconds and 36 grams out, so double the amount I put in. Okay, let's go. It's looking pretty good. Okay, a little fast, so that was 23 seconds. So I can maybe adjust my grind size a little bit. Let me write that down. Yeah, I guess that was only my third shot. Okay, 15.2. 23. Okay, yeah, so I had it at a grind size of 15.2. The decimal points are kind of approximate because the niche doesn't actually have any increments for the decimals. But you can eyeball it. And 23 seconds out, which I guess is technically 22 seconds, because this scale, when you hit the start button, it immediately jumps to 1 second. Which is making me realize I should actually adjust and therefore aim for 26 to 31 seconds. Anyway, and 37.4 grams out. So, that being said, let's see if it's any good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. That's, no complaints. I don't really know how to describe it apart from saying tastes like espresso. I don't really know. There's like a tiny little hint of Christmassy, which sounds super lame because it sounds made up. Here, I'm gonna drink it a little more. I'm not sure what it is. Let me clean up. I'm never sure if I should leave the cleanup in. To me, it's a boring part. But at the same time, I remember when I was looking into espresso machines, grinders, and I was looking at the niche, I was looking at the Gaggia, and I was trying to figure out which machine should I buy. I was trying to watch people's espresso workflow videos with both or either machine and trying to figure out what it was truly like to use the machines. And so for that, the boring videos were what I was looking for, because they're real, I guess. So that's kind of my reasoning behind leaving all this, because yeah, I mean, if you want to make espresso, if you want these machines, these are the steps you're gonna have to do every day. Or I recommend you do every day. I mean, you don't have to clean, but I think it's better if you do. It's nice to be able to look at your setup and have it be clean and appreciate it, enjoy it. And then the next time you make coffee, everything's ready to go. At least that's my opinion. I'll just finish up by... Yeah, I don't know what I was saying about these beans. I obviously bought them because they're marketed as like a holiday type of coffee. I mean, it just tastes like regular espresso, and then there's a tiny little spice. I don't know. I'm terrible at describing taste, so sorry about that. We need to get James Hoffman in here and have him describe the coffee and get him to give me tips on how to make better coffee. Okay, anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Yep, that was making espresso. Hopefully I gave some decent tips and you guys can give me even more tips. Alright, bye.